Assalamualaikum students, welcome to Dhaka Secondary School online classes. In our previous lecture, we learned about primary auxiliaries. Today we are going to learn the second type of auxiliaries, that is model auxiliaries. Well students, what are model auxiliaries? Do you have any idea? Models help the main verbs express special meanings like ability, permission, etc. Or you can say a modal verb is a type of auxiliary verb used to express ideas such as ability, possibility, permission and obligation. Modal auxiliaries generally express the speaker's mood and attitude. For example, modals can express that a speaker feels something is necessary, advisable, permissible, possible or probable, and in addition they can convey the strength of these attitudes of the speaker, that is, how does a speaker feels and what does he want. Well, the modal auxiliaries in English are can, could, had better, may, might, must, ought to, shall, should, will and would. Now some do's and don'ts, or we can say some rules while using modals in our sentences. Modals don't have an s, ed or ing ending. He can drive and not he can drive. Don't use an infinitive with modals like he can go is a correct sentence, he can to go is an incorrect sentence. Then don't use the auxiliaries do, does or did. Can you swim is a correct sentence, do you can swim is an incorrect sentence. To form the negative, put not after the modal, that is, he should not go. So these are some kind of rules which you should keep in mind while using modal auxiliaries in your sentences. Now here's the chart of some modal auxiliaries commonly used in English language. The modal auxiliary could. When we say I could be free at 7 o'clock this evening, it means that there is a possibility that I will be free at 7 o'clock this evening, because could is used to give you an idea of possibility. Can is used to communicate the ability to do something. For example, I can speak English. Then come to may and might. They express possibility too. If we say he might be free, he might be from England, it means he is possibly from England. And if we say she may have gone home, it means that there is a possibility she has gone home. And shall and should, we use shall when we are making a suggestion with the pronouns I and we instead of using the auxiliary will. For example, shall we go for a walk, shall I take the rubbish out. We can also use shall to ask for a suggestion. For example, where shall we go this weekend. As far as should is concerned, should is used to communicate probability. For example, if we say he should be in the office, means there is a possibility that he is in the office. Will and would. Will is used to express the future. For example, I will take the exam today, but we use would in conditional sentences. For example, if I went to the beach, I would swim in the sea. Then come to must and ought to. The auxiliary verb ought is always used with the infinitive to. And like the auxiliary should, ought to has also the same meaning, that is, it is used to communicate probability. That is, I ought to finish my homework or I ought to watch the film. As far as must is concerned, the modal auxiliary must is used to communicate the necessity. For example, you must study if you want to pass the exams. It means that there is a necessity for you to study in order to pass the exams. Now here is a slide which shows the some modal auxiliaries, a few modal auxiliaries along with their meanings, that when the usage, that why they are used and how they are used in sentences, and the examples are also given. Can and could used to express ability. For example, David can speak 3 languages. He could speak fluent French when he was 5. Can, could and may can also be used for permission. Can I sit in that chair, please? Could I open the window? May I borrow your dictionary? Should is for advice. You should visit your dentist at least twice a year. You should try to lose weight. Must and have to is for obligation, that is, it is mandatory. I must memorize all of these rules about tenses. You have to take off your shoes before you get into the mosque. Might, may, can, and could for possibility. It looks nice, but it might be very expensive. Richard may be coming to see us tomorrow. Here's another useful slide to show the difference of may and might. As far as possibility is concerned, in may it is higher than the in might, that is, she may be at home. In might, he might like playing basketball. So the possibility of she may be at home is higher. Then may is for permission, that is, may I sit here. And might can also be used like, might I ask you a question. So this is just a past form. Permission is also given permission while using may in the sense that yes, you may go now. And suggestion for might is, you might try my cheesecake. This is a polite suggestion. Then may is used to ask a request. May I have the bill please? May is used to ask, might is used to ask a request which is more formal. Might I borrow your book? This is not friendly, right? Wish and may is also used with wishes, that is, may you both be very happy. But might is along with the condition, that is, if you work hard you might finish it. I hope you have understood well. Thank you for watching.